Fuchs in the house. How's everybody doing? Gonna make that quick because I did a video and I had to stop it because I did Don Henley and it said I was copyright and it wasn't gonna be shown in territories. And it said 10 seconds, but I was under 10 seconds, I think. I'm curious on this one because it's Loverboy, Turn Me Loose, I think it is. And I don't think 5 seconds. If I did, we'll see. I've done videos with other music and it's lasted a little longer than 10 seconds, so I don't get that. So, basically, redoing the video, which I usually don't do, but when it said that it was blocked in territories, I was like, okay, I don't know how that's going to work. So, basically, gonna try to redo what I talked about earlier. Is bummed out of work an hour and a half early and was productive. Did some running around in that time. Got some milk from my mom and dad. Did laundry and cut the grass and was over at my place after 5 o'clock. So it was a comfortable day out, and I was like, yeah, it's supposed to be warmer in the next couple days. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel like cutting the grass in warmer weather. So took advantage of that. Garden, D minus. I replanted, and some beans are coming up, but we'll see what happens next week. There's tons of rabbits too, so last year I had beautiful bean plants, if you remember, and ended up getting eaten. So see what happens this year. Movie wise, I think I've talked about a couple of these movies, and that's why I'm calling this kind of a repeat video. But I'm going to just do it because I have it here. I almost feel like I'm going to walk away from it, but I'm going to do it. I Am Vengeance, and then I Am Vengeance Retaliation. So I Am Vengeance 2018. I did watch this movie at least a year or two ago. And I decided one of those nights that I was like, let's watch a repeat movie. It got a 4.4. Basically, this military guy who, ex-military, becomes a mercenary. He goes to a small London town, which his best friend gets murdered there, and so he goes investigates and comes across shady dealings. Storyline's okay. I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, but the second time I kind of like, okay. I don't know if it was just because of being England or what, but ended up working. I ended up finding out that there's a remake or a sequel to it called I Am Vengeance Retaliation 2020. And again, I feel like I've done this. If somebody knows, I was looking at my past videos for this year. It could have been maybe I watched it last year, but I swear it would have been this year, just because it's on my list and how I have my list going. And so the sequel, he ends up going after one of his team members who turned on him. And the thing now is, it's a good movie, but there's scenes where the bad guys, and this is why I feel like I've talked about this movie, is they're shooting at the good guys, and they're straight in front of them, and there's like 5 guys with machine guns or automatic rifles, and they're plugging away, and they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And so that's why I was like, boy, this seems like I've talked about this. And then Field of Lost Shoes. It's the Battle of Newmarket during the Civil War. And this is based on a true story where cadets at VMI Academy end up fighting the Northerners. And basically, it's just young kids that ended up putting up supporting the fight. So again, I feel like I talked about them, but I'm not sure, so I apologize if this is a kind of a repeat. And then I have Frank and Penelope 2022, and basically a drifter and a stripper end up in a small desert town that is run by a cult leader, and the actress that's Penelope, she's got this blonde bimbo kind of voice, and if you watch the trailer, you're like, oh, I don't know if I can handle this. But ends up her role in the voice, it works. It does work, and so it's like, wow. So that is movie talk. I think I've covered the floor that I wanted to. Again, if I have repeated myself, apologize for that. Um, just tried to look for these. I was like, boy, I don't see them. So, and I'm getting a kick that I get Don Henley for 10 seconds got me copyrighted. Curious if Loverboy's going to do that too. So we'll find out when I do the through YouTube, see what happens. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Enjoy.